yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. Oh, she's super babe. She's super babe. She's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. Oh, she's super babe. She's super babe. She's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, she's super babe. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond diva. Oh, she's super babe. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. She's a diamond, she's a diamond. Oh, she's super babe. A diamond diva. It's a girl that love to stay fly. Hair and nails stay deep. Every time you see her, she got a brand new fit. With a great demand. Yeah, she got a back fetish. Love pumping thing. Love buying diamonds. She said diamonds is a girl best friend. I ain't lying.
Good evening, ladies.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. Welcome to Girls Talk. Are we ready for tonight, ladies?
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. We'll start with Shavonne.
Hi. Hey y'all. I'm sorry I had my mic on. I couldn't hear nothing.
All right, Tequila.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm ready for this topic tonight.
And it's your girl, Raven Cherie, the host with the most. We're ready to get into it. Let's go ahead and dive head first into our first topic. If you're on, hit the like button, subscribe, and invite your friends. We need y'all to share it out. Let's get some people on this live tonight. All right, let's see what our first topic for tonight is. All right, it says remove sex from a relationship. You will discover many people have nothing to offer. Let's weigh in, ladies. How do we feel? If you remove sex, what does a relationship have to offer?
Well, if you don't offer much, if you can't if some people, if they're not able to communicate with each other, sex is a way just to it complicates things. Sex to me, it complicates things, and I feel as if you take away the sex, can you sit down and have a all day conversation with this person? Are you willing to get to know this person for who they actually are without any sexual intimacy there? Well, and we also know there's different levels of intimacy.
Yes,
So,
exactly. I think
so
that I'm sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, I agree with you. And I think that if you never put sex in there in the beginning, then sex won't even be a factor. If you just go into the relationship saying, hey, look, if we're trying to get to know each other to have a real relationship, then sex should be the last thing on your mind. At least get to know each other for the first 90 days before you jump in. Because if you have sex in the beginning and then you take it away, I mean, and that's all y'all have in common, it's not gonna work. But if you talk and communicate with each other from the jump, I mean, without sex, you'll be good. I think.
I agree. I agree.
Well, so I will say that I think that these days we are a little less traditional when it comes to dating. I think, ladies and gentlemen are choosing maybe to not have a 90-day rule. Some people do have it, a lot of people don't. I have a friend who married a woman who he slept with on the first date. So I can't say that everybody waits 90 days or whatever the case may be. So my question would be, is the issue that we feel like people are having sex prematurely while they're casually dating? Like, would that be the issue? Or is it like we don't know how to build substance in our relationships? If we have sex early on in the relationship, how can we add substance to everything we have going on?
I think it'd be difficult because sex to be the topic. Sex to be like if okay, so dating someone, you meet somebody before you get to know them, you want to know, okay, what else can you offer me besides sex? Let's just be honest. What else can you offer besides sex? Once sex get involved, that I feel like the foundation is it's based off of sex. When
Yeah.
you allow sex to take over your relationship, it becomes just a sexual thing, or it's not even a relationship. Sexual ship. That's a new word.
Situation.
Sexual ship.
You know, so I feel like, I don't think there's a too early or a too late on when you want to introduce sex in your relationship. I think you have to do what you're comfortable with. However, I feel like if you introduce sex too soon, it's going to be hard. Like, a little bit of that lust is that thrill that makes me want the person. Like that lust, that thought that's hidden in my mind that makes me want to desire them. I feel like if we have sex too soon, it kind of dims that lust a little bit. It kind of dims the chase a little bit. That keeps that spark. So if we introduce sex early, how am I gonna keep that? What can I do to keep my partner stimulated to want to desire me in the same way he desired me before we had sex? That would be my
Communication.
question.
You're gonna have to communicate with your partner. Like, if you do have, because everybody ain't, even though I do apply 90-day rules, sometimes you slip up, and sometimes like you say, you going with the flow and you do it the first night. But even if you do that, you got to have an open line of communication of knowing where you're going with this relationship. Is it just sex, or are y'all still trying to build something? You got to talk to each other. That's something that most, to me, real men and a real woman would want in a relationship, is to have that connection of you know, I can come and talk to you about any and everything versus just, okay, we ain't gonna talk about nothing, but every time we get into it, oh, we just do makeup sex. Like that sucks. You're not solving nothing with that. And that start getting played out after a minute, you know.
And I saw what Deontay said. Always get to know the person you're trying to be with. Be friends first and get to know one another. But okay, so here's the thing.
Yes,
Exactly.
I agree with Deontay.
Okay, we don't know how to. So what tips can we give somebody on how to get to know their mate so that they have something more than just sex? Like, what are some things that the people can do? Because honestly, some people don't know how to communicate. And like some people are introverted and they're not coming out of their shells. The pandemic has messed a lot of people up where they don't know how to be social and communicate and invite people into their bubble. So what are some things we could do to build that bond that it doesn't matter whether we have sex or not, I'm just into you?
Without communication?
Besides communication, I think it should be a play. I don't think you should just. I mean, we're grown, we're adults. You know what I'm saying? We have our desires. You know, we have a
Tyrone, what do
lustful
you need?
nature.
Mr. Brown, tell us what you need. You know, I'm one of those people where like I was
Mhm.
talking to a friend of mine today, and I'm like, I want a man that wants me, and him wanting me. You know, some of that is sexual, but just outside of sex, like I want him to miss my presence. I want him to desire, like when I'm not in his company, I need him to call me to let me know that he wants me in his company. So what can I do to make this man be in tune with me like that?
Be you.
Be
If
you.
you be you and he's interested in you, then you will get all that. And if he's not, he's just not that guy. You
What did
know,
Nadia
you
say?
don't have to me, you don't have to do nothing special or nothing
No,
outrageous. Just be you. Your personality alone, the person you are, what you bring to quote unquote the table, it will be enough for him to long for you when he's not around, when you're not
I
around.
agree.
You
I
know,
agree, Shavonne. I
that,
agree because
yeah, like you gotta be you.
I just feel like you should off the rip establish a foundation, and know where y'all headed, because it can end up just being, if you lead off with sex, it'll end up with just sex, and it can end quickly.
Yep,
If that's all
exactly.
that y'all have to offer to each other, I mean, where is the mind stimulation at?
Mm.
It's not there.
And that's what I'm saying. We're telling the ladies to be themselves, but I think that in being yourself, show this person who you are, but also show them how you can add to their lives. Show them how you can make, life
Yeah.
more pleasant. Give them other reasons to miss you, the little things that you do for them to let this person know that you care. I need a woman to have some get up and go, some kind of business about herself. If they not taking care of themselves in household, I can't even get turned on.
Mm.
Whoa.
Hey, that's my fiance.
That
I know. It's cousin-in-law there. He's right.
for me, like when I'm with a person, I take pride in like knowing that I can hold this person down. Like
Yeah.
I can stimulate his mental, I can help keep him
Mm.
grounded, I can make him feel special. I want him
Yeah.
to feel like, I kinged him. And I want to do it on a level that nobody else has done it before. So that's
That's all right.
I take
I
I
pride
like
know,
it.
right?
I like that. I've seen a
Yeah,
comment
me
from
too. I
Nadia.
agree with
What
that.
did Nadia say?
She said, talk about trauma triggers, sex drive, kinks, and expectations need to be addressed in the beginning.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I agree with
But
that.
but then again, too, like if you're dealing with somebody that has previous issues or previous traumas from a relationship, they're still hurt, and they may say they let the hurt go, they may not have let the hurt go. You also kind of gotta ease into some of those conversations because,
Yeah.
in a sense, you're gonna be peeling off old wounds.
Yep. You're
You
gonna be
gotta be,
paying for somebody else's mistakes.
yeah, you gotta
Yep.
be what you
Yep.
ask for. When you uncover those wounds, how are you going to provide the healing as a woman? You got to be ready to help heal those things. And it takes time. It's not going to be easy when you're dealing with somebody who's damaged. We always want to talk about how the woman is damaged, but people don't want to
Man,
acknowledge
that's true.
there are a bunch of damaged men out here too.
And it's
It
more
is.
damaged men than
It's
there
more
are women
damaged
because
men than it is women because the
But
men don't talk about, they don't express themselves, and I believe that's where that sexual stimulation comes from. They don't talk about it. They'd rather just act on it.
that's why you as a woman, we have to be that comfort zone for them. You know what I'm saying? Set yourself up to be that comfort zone. This the man that you want to be with. When he comes to you and talk to you about something uncomfortable that you might not agree with wholeheartedly, but just so he can open up to you, sometimes we got to put our emotions aside and listen to him, even when it's not the most comfortable conversation you had. So I would say, when it comes to not putting sex above and you trying to stand out as the woman, is you have to be that listening ear. Having male friends and brothers and stuff like that is one thing that they lack, is a woman that listen to them, not just listen, and also don't get mad at what they're saying, because everything you're not gonna agree with him on.
but don't ask me because it sounds good to ask me. Like, ask your mate the same way you want to be asked. You want them to have a genuine interest. You want them to have a genuine concern. You want them to help you reach a genuine solution for whatever it is that you say. Like, I'm here, I'm about to rock with you. We are about to get through this together type thing. So you got to be compassionate in that sense and be really genuine about your interest with your mate.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you have to let your mate know what your intentions are. That's one thing that I always ask a man when he's interested in me is, what is your intentions with me? What are we doing here? Because I don't have the time to waste. I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste your
Oh,
time.
thank you, Shavonne,
Uh-oh.
because you just led us right into our next topic. Let's
You
take a
feel
look.
it?
Take for somebody to be in an exclusive boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with you. I always recommend that the talking stage before a relationship or an exclusive relationship lasts no longer than 3 months. And I completely understand that putting arbitrary rules or timeframes on things might not be ideal, but from what I've found, if somebody cannot commit to you and just you after 3 months, they are wasting your time.
Wow.
I agree.
How long should it take for
Look, this man said if they can't commit to you in 3
In three
months,
months,
ooh, 3 months.
that's tough.
Because you hear a lot of men saying this. They know what they want when they meet a woman. It's not one man that I've met and talked to on this level about something like this that has ever said, "Oh, I didn't know what I wanted from the jump." They know exactly what they want from the jump.
Okay. And my thing is, if you ask a man, what do you want with me? Is he gonna tell you the truth?
No.
Now that's a good question. And that's a good question. Will a
No.
man tell
What
you
do
the
you want with
truth?
me? What are
No.
your intentions with me? Is he going to tell you the truth?
No.
No,
Nine
he's
times out
not.
of 10, no, he's not. We keep it real. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Women, we keep it
Yes.
real. We like an open book. Men, they hide it. They don't know what they want, or you get some that know, because they do the help. They do the work as far as like getting over whatever they done been through and they past and stuff like that. But then you got the ones that don't. So they're not going to tell you because they're not comfortable. They, believe it or not, men are scared of rejection also, just like women are.
But I feel like to avoid a lot of wasted time, I think the conversation has to be had. Like, what are we doing? Why are we dating? We need to know why we're dating.
Yes.
And I feel
Yes.
like if you're dating somebody 35 and up, you can kind of have that conversation. Like, if you just want sex, say so. If you need you just need a companion for right now, say so. If you want something serious, say so. But I feel like
Thank
with older people, they may be able to have that mature conversation. A couple of younger people can't. I believe that if I ask a man, what do you want with me? He's not going to tell me the truth. No matter what he's looking for, he's not going to tell me the truth because he feels like whatever he has to say is not going to be the answer that I want to hear. So he's going to dance all around the question. I have not
Yes.
one yet who can answer the question. All right. Then the next thing, how long? So one, we talked about introducing sex in a relationship. Honestly, if I sleep with somebody, they about to start getting the question. What are we doing? What are we doing?
You're right.
Where
What are we
where is
doing?
this going? I need
Yes.
to know because what I'm not gonna do is keep putting miles on my car and I'm not ever making it to my destination.
What you
Exactly.
say? I like that. I like
Exactly.
that.
Yes.
I
Okay.
like that,
I
I
Raven.
feel
need to
you.
know where the
Yes.
destination is. You got to tell me something. So I'm starting to ask the
Yes.
question. All right, 90 days.
What we doing?
What are we doing? I need you to solidify something because if not, I'm going back to the dealership.
And see, I like to, me personally, I like to, the man that I marry and I be with, I want to be best friends first. So it's like,
Okay.
that's why I want to take that time to talk, to get to know each other, learn your likes and what I like, before we jump head first into sex, because sex will have your mind playing tricks on you. You'll think something is something that ain't. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be careful with that. And to me, once you introduce sex into something, I'm with you, Raven. Hey, I want to know, what are we doing now? So are we going towards a relationship, or this is just something that we just friends with benefits? Because if it is, it's a limitation. I have a time limit on everything. If we just
Oh
friends
yeah,
with
it's
benefits and I'm
definitely a
single,
limitation.
yes, it's limits to this. And we just friends with benefits and I'm single, that's 6 months. After 6 months, you got to go.
No,
That's because I'm
I'm
single.
like whoever this guy was in this TikTok. I'm
What
just
he
like,
said? What he say?
90 days. If I'm not your girlfriend, I did not pass go and collect $200. I'm about to bounce. Like,
Thank
you
you.
not about to keep
Thank you.
me on and you don't want nothing with me.
But
Because
but
people
that's
got
the
cars
way
and everything.
that's where the communication come in at. If we communicate with each other and you decide, okay, well, look back, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm just looking for a fun time. All right, well, you can either cut it off right there or you let him know, okay, well, I am too. But at the end of the day, I'm only looking for a good time for a couple of months.
And I
That's
like
how
what
I am. I might just
I
want a good
like I
time
like
for a
what this
couple of
comment
months.
says right
Sarah
here.
said, yeah. She said women equate sex to love and men don't. And that is our biggest
Facts.
problem.
Yes.
Facts.
Sometimes
That's the
Yes.
problem. That's the problem.
That's
We
our
love,
problem. Yes.
we do everything. We're so emotionally attached to things as women that we do things based off of our emotions. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
yeah.
If I'm feeling you and digging you, yes, you can get the draws. Yes, you can get them. However, at some point in time, I'm gonna need you to tell me what's next.
Mm-hmm.
After sex, what's next?
What's
Yeah.
next? Yeah.
And we got to do just like these men. Stop thinking with our feelings and think with our brains.
Yeah.
If this is not growing me, if he's not growing with me, if he's not pouring into me, then 9 times out of 10, you just another body.
This ain't
Like,
it.
this ain't
This
it.
ain't it.
That ain't
But
it.
my thing is that I don't want to. I hate wasting that time or even laying
Yeah,
with
that's
you
the crazy. That's
and
the
knowing you ain't the one. I get mad inside about stuff like that because I feel like I'm getting up in age and I don't want to waste no time. Like, that's why I want to have that conversation. Real, bro, what do you want? Because, and let's be honest. And see, men got this thing where they feel like, oh, you ain't, if I'm honest with you, you don't know how to take it. You don't know that. If I'm sitting here asking you to be honest with me, be honest from the jump, so you don't waste my time and I don't waste yours. If you know we ain't on the same level, move forward. If you know you don't want what I want, move forward. Don't sit here and say you gonna change or you or nothing like that.
So
I just want to know, why do men? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Raven. Go ahead.
go ahead and finish. Like, why do men feel the need that they have to string a woman on? They can't just be honest about what it is they desire. Why can't they just say so?
You know what? You ain't
took the
gotta
words
wait
out
on
of my
no man
mouth.
to say so. You ain't gotta wait on no man to say so. You say so. If he can't make up his mind, leave him. It's too many men out here in this world to be sitting around waiting on a man to answer a question that you can answer for yourself. If I'm coming to you like an adult woman asking you, hey, what are we? And you can't answer that question, I know what we are. Nothing. Because you're not a grown-up.
Hello.
Yes, I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you 30 days to tell me what it is.
So we do agree that there's a difference
right.
in having sex versus making love, right? We do agree on that.
Yes, and let me tell you something. And see, here's the thing: women are out here getting de-whipped, and they think they're making love, but nah, baby, he just getting his rocks off. That's what I need you to understand.
Yep.
Ain't no love in this.
None.
Yeah,
no love, baby.
So, sis, I need you to snap up out your feelings, because this man was just relieving himself. No love was involved in this. There is no attachment. And just because he slept with you, it does not mean he cares for you a single bit. Like that dog mentality is real. Yeah. And that's what we got to understand. That's what we got. I feel like that's what we have to understand. And
if we moved the way men did, they wouldn't be able to handle it.
They wouldn't. Yeah. And look, some men, okay, this is the truth though. Some men get off on just making different women get off. Like they don't, ain't what's love got to do with it, for real.
Yeah, for real. That's right. But that's what I go back to men putting time limits. Man, a man know if he want a woman or not within that first 30 days. The ones that he don't want, he play that game to drag her along because she might got something that he like. You know what I'm saying? Something that she do that he like, where he can drag her along until he can find the next one.
Or something that he don't have. Something that he don't have.
Other men. Huh?
Something that he lack. It's something that he lack and he's getting from her.
Yep.
And he don't have to be getting nothing from her, y'all. It's called passing time. We don't like to be bored. We don't like to be by ourselves all the time. So sometimes a person just needs somebody to pass time with.
But you getting something out of it though. You ain't
got to
just
get
pass time with somebody. You ain't getting nothing out of it. Nothing.
Okay, so what are they getting though? As a woman,
watching movies, something.
Okay, you giving him somewhere to be comfortable if you're laying up with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. You are creating quality experiences with him because you got lost in the sauce thinking this was your man and he just used to pass time. So you over there acting like Susie Homemaker and the wife. Okay. And when he comes to your house, he didn't have to pay for a date. So he is getting something out of the deal. All right. He didn't have to pay no $40 because you gave it to him willingly and free. So he's getting something out of the deal.
The $40.
She went to the $40, not $40.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you. So you got to think about all the stuff he's getting. Think about all the stuff he's getting without a commitment.
Exactly.
He hit a list.
Why buy the cow when he can get the milk for free?
Exactly. And that's why you should put a time limit on stuff. You don't let him control, you control it because that's your body. He wants you. A man's supposed to chase the woman. So you put that time limit on. If he tell you, hey, I don't want no relationship right now, you make that choice. if you want to deal with him or not. Don't let
Yeah.
him make that choice. Don't stop putting the ball in somebody else's hand when this is your life. My life, you're not finna make me do nothing that I don't want to do. And if I do this, whining and dining you, I'm just practicing with you till I get to the next man. Because when I get to the real one, I don't want to be rested. So if I'm going to waste my time with you, I want to get something out of it. I'm going to make sure I get something out of it because I'm not a victim in no situation that I'm in.
Yeah, either way, both of us playing the game. Somebody playing the win. But if I realize I got a losing hand, you better believe I'm throwing it on the table. I'm not staying
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my goodness, we did not come to play with y'all today.
Not today, baby.
And stop being everything to somebody who is not everything to you.
Everything to you.
Look, stop. And this is what I had to learn myself, just living life. I'm a people pleaser by nature. When it comes to relationship, I will put my all on the table for a man. I will swim an ocean for someone that won't even cross a little stream of water for me. And then then afterwards, I'm drained and I'm looking at myself. I got to go into isolation and heal and stuff like that. Don't do that. If a person cannot be equally yoked with you, separate yourself from that person quickly.
I agree.
Don't feel like you got, if I stay, then maybe he'll change. Don't be delusional. He's not. He's not. Move forward. It's so many people in this world. It's like what they say, 8 billion people in this world. Come on, you can find at least another one. I mean, dang. Let's not be so naive to the point where we feel like we'll let a man just drag us along for years and years and years because we think we can fix him or we think that he gonna eventually get it together. He's not.
A man is only going to change when he's ready.
A man is only going to change
because he can leave you and get right with the next woman that he been with. And that don't take no value from you. Only time it take value from you is when you put too much time in it. It only take value for you then. It don't take no value from you of saying that, he moved on and did this. That's not your man.
It's not. You said the key word. That is not your man. When you dropping over all these rivers and lakes for a man, and he's not willing to do the same for you, or just a smidget for you, he is not yours.
He's not yours. He is not. We do too much to try to prove. Because 9 times, like what we was talking before about, who we do all this for, dressing up and this and that. We do this for other women. So 9 times out of 10, you only stand there or you only putting up with that mess because you don't want to see him with another woman. So you'll put yourself through hell thinking that somebody else is going to get what you quote unquote help build. Let that man build himself. You are not his mama. So let him build himself.
Yeah, and we not
already built when you get here, baby. I can't help you get built. Go over there, get help first. Then
I ain't trying to raise no man. I'm not trying to raise no man. If your mama didn't do it, I ain't finna help you.
I can't do it unless you finna pay me.
So I have been seeing on Facebook in certain groups this week, and I shared this with y'all earlier. Men are saying that a woman's body count matters. Let's take a look.
Count matters. Not that she's going to tell you the truth anyway. That's how we know it matters. We know it matters because they are willing to lie about the count and the amount of sexual partners they have. No matter what, subconsciously, whether they want to lie to themselves or tell themselves some kind of story, they specifically know that their value is tied to that. And that's exactly why they lie about it.
Ladies definitely know in their mind that once they expose how many bodies they have to you, that you will no longer be under their spell. You'll no longer be someone who's willing to just treat her as if she's some kind of innocent princess. That all goes away once you know that she's had this many or that many bodies. That's why ladies won't tell you. But one of the main reasons that her body count matters is because the more bodies she has, the more experiences she has, the less experiences you can give her. If she's already had the craziest, most wildest, most freakiest sex on the top of a balcony somewhere, and then you go up there thinking you doing something, and she's already been there, she has something to compare it to. And if she has multiple things to compare it to, then it's hard for her to find a bond or attach to a man. It's hard for her to pair bond to you.
Wow.
First of all, I like how men want to tell women what they can and can't do with their bodies.
Okay.
And he said
Exactly.
a woman's body count is equated to her value or her worth, ladies.
Basically, that's basically what he's saying. Like, oh,
Yeah.
she's no more a princess. But my thing is this.
I want to be a princess. I'm sorry.
This is what I
What
feel.
you
Your
saying? I'm a
past shouldn't
warrior.
define your future. When you're in a relationship and when you're dating, when it comes to does the body count matter? I'm not concerned with who was before me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not concerned because apparently it didn't work out.
Yes. And then if a
Exactly.
man comes to me asking, what's your body count? Are we 16?
And not only
Are we
that,
30? Are we 16? Or are we grown? Because I'm not even asking you
exactly.
about you asking me the wrong question. I just want to make sure you don't have HIV, AIDS, syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea, trick, or
Exactly.
whatever on the list at the doctor's office. I need to make sure you don't have. That's the question I need to be asking. But
Agreed.
Exactly.
your body count, because whether it's one or two, you still had a body. It don't even matter at this point anymore. Why does it matter? And how does that lower my value? Because I've been, I've been out here enjoying life. Why would it matter?
And I got a question. So if the woman just had one guy, but that one guy turned her out, you feel me? Before that guy, she just went this one guy and that guy turned her out, meaning she done did all the outside sex and the inside and this and that. He freaked her out. And she get with him and be like, okay, well, you don't match with that one guy I was with, then is that a problem? You get what I'm saying? So why did the see with those guys in that video, the body count is not the problem. The problem is they want a woman to feel like their bedroom action is top notch.
It's top notch.
Yeah. But in order to get that, practice. Make sure you're that guy. You know what I'm saying? If you make sure you're that guy, you ain't got to worry about all that.
I feel like that's an insecure man's question. That's an insecure man's
Exactly.
I totally agree. I think it's a man. It's very insecure. If you want to know what your body count is, what's next? You want to know all the positions I done been into?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to?
This is where you just got to ask your mate, like, what could I do better? And have that conversation, have that talk, introduce something, download some apps on your phone, but the body
exactly
has nothing to do with it. I think it's irrelevant. I'm not going into asking a man how many partners he's had, because at the end of the day, is he gonna tell me the truth?
No.
And
I don't even want to know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think no one will be completely honest about their body count. That's male or female. No one is gonna be completely honest.
No, nobody.
How do y'all think men defines a woman's worth? Well, Sam, I'm gonna say that a man defines a woman's worth on how well she improves his quality of life.
Exactly.
That was perfectly said, Raven.
Exactly
perfectly said.
Yes.
Perfectly said.
So, it's not going to be a sex thing or a domestic thing. No. It's going to be about how she makes your life better, Sam. How does she make life easier for you to live? All right.
Exactly.
If you disagree with me, I need you to go ahead and weigh in the comments, brother. But I think that a woman's worth is determined by the value she adds to your life. And if that
Exactly.
woman is not adding value to your life, then she ain't the right one.
She ain't the one. She's not
And
the
it
one.
definitely don't have anything to do with body count.
Body count, it ain't got nothing to do with sex. It ain't got nothing to do with domestic work, because at the end of the day, those could all be constituted services that you could pay somebody to do. But
Exactly.
how does she increase your desire to wanting to live, to wanting to exist, to wanting to prosper? That is how a woman
Yeah,
adds
you.
value to your life. So
Exactly.
don't get it twisted. We with the ish, but it's all real women on the screen tonight.
Oh, all of us.
Real
All real. All
us.
real.
Okay.
All of us.
So
Speak that real.
we are the exponential factor.
Yeah.
When we get a man, he in for a treat. However, we just want to be real about some things. And I think that's when women get it confused. It ain't your body, baby. It ain't your
Nah.
look. It ain't your body. It's not your looks. It's about how you can add value to that man's life.
Exactly.
I
Because
agree.
even in the Bible, it say beauty fade away. All that stuff fade. But
It
what can
fades.
you offer a person with your brain your brain, what come out your mouth, your heart, what type of person you are to him? Can you bring peace into his life? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I ain't saying be his peace, because he should already be at peace. But can you continue to bring that peace in his life? You know what I'm saying? As a woman, that's what we should be to a man.
All right, Sam said he agree and disagree. So drop that in the chat, Sam, so we'll know what you're talking about. Put us on game.
Yes. Cause yeah, we still talking about these guys in there,
And body
we
count.
have a
This is
time
it.
limit
I
on
was
these
so shocked about this
relationships.
video.
Yes. Now, another thing. So have y'all ever moved in with someone without being married? So have you ever moved in? Has your lover ever been your roommate?
I'm guilty.
You
Guilty. Look,
I'm
let
guilty
me tell
too.
my story. I moved in for I ain't even gonna tell them. I moved in for we stayed together for a couple months. I don't really do the stand with guys thing. That's not my thing. To me, I feel like the man that I'm gonna end up staying with, like for a long period of time, it has to be my husband, somebody I'm comfortable with. Because the guy that I stayed with, we had just got from Iraq, so it was like trying to go from being in a foreign country for a year to coming back into the States and trying to feel each other out, because we fell in love there. And then we came here and we trying to feel each other out, dude. Like, me personally, if I'm sharing my home with a guy, we need extra rooms. I need that room that I can go to and just be by myself for a minute, because I have to recharge. I have to be separate from humans to recharge my energy, to recharge who I am, because of me staying in front of someone all the time, just constantly, that's gonna drive me crazy. Like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Well, being down here in the Bible Belt, growing up, they told us you're shacking, you're living in sin.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You shacking up with that man, and you're going to hell. That's what they told us. But I did it anyway. I did it anyway, because I feel like, how am I going to get to know this person? How am I going to get to know if I'm truly compatible with this person if I don't live with them?
Live with him. Yeah.
I mean, I may find out the way he take his shoes off at the door just makes me upset. I don't like the way he sits on my couch.
Yes.
He doesn't know how to do his laundry. Or he doesn't
Sleeping
know
on my side of the bed.
So we got a little clip. Let's watch it real quick.
So I know that this is going to make a lot of people mad, but it's my honest opinion, and I think some people need to hear it. I would not live with a man before marriage, or at least before engagement. So let me explain myself. Apart from any kind of like spiritual convictions, here's why it doesn't make sense to me to live with a man if I one day want to get married. I'm not judging anyone who like chooses to live together before marriage. Like, I do not care what you do, but this is why it doesn't make sense to me. It's basically giving a man all the benefits of a wife without the commitment. He gets to have you in every single way without the commitment of marriage. So like one day he could wake up one morning and literally end your relationship and you would be left with nothing. And you know, that's why I think it's not smart to live with someone before marriage if you do want to get married in the end.
I agree with her. I can't, just me personally, I agree with her because the 2 times out of my whole life that I done that just, it didn't work out right. And I feel like if I'm married, then I ain't got no choice but to live with him. Now I'm married to him. Like, he done trapped me now. So.
I think it could be beneficial. I did it before. And one, you know, the finances were split. He was a good guy, so my credit score went up like 80 points. He was, you know, he was making sure my car was getting detailed every Sunday, gas was in it every Sunday. He was doing all those things. So not only, I did have to, cook. Some nights our dating continued. It was great. Like the dating continued. I had extra money in my pockets. We were checking into the same place. But the thing that we did do now, we did allow each other to be ourselves. Like if he wanted to go hang out with the guys, he could go. If I wanted to go with my girl, there was no question. We could go because we understood that we needed space within that space that we had because we were staying together. And the reason that we started doing, like, we were dating so much. And once you start going over to somebody's house, you get a drawer space, you get some closet space, you start leaving your toothbrush. We were just like, you know what? When whoever's lease is up first, we're gonna move in with the other one. That kind of thing. But now he was a military guy. So, this happened. He was a military guy and everything was going good. And the reason that it ended was because that wife that was
I was gonna say he was lying. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was lying. That's why I didn't military. That's why I didn't work out because he was military. that wife resurfaced to let us know she was there. But other than that, like, I don't see a problem with moving in with someone. If you've been dating for a minute, it's gonna be cost efficient for both of you. And I feel like you need to move in with the person just to see, can you coexist with them? I think.
I agree. I understand the video. I understand where she's coming from, but I'm the type of person. I'm kind of like hands on. I need to know how we mesh well together. I need to know if I'm able to tolerate you. I need to understand. I need to know that we're able to compromise. Because it was a while, even now, like, transparency. I was reluctant to share a home with another guy after my past relationship. It ended so horribly. I didn't want to share nothing. However, it's better now. Like Raven says, financially, it's better. It's beneficial for me as far as household. The household is taken care of and handled. So I like it. I think it's beneficial. I'm not, to each his own, though. However you choose to live your life, that is fine. But the question is, how long are we shacking?
Exactly. Exactly. How long are we shacking? You know what I'm saying? See, that's my issue. Like, I don't want to get caught up in that. Sometimes I get being transparent as you, Tequila. Sometimes I get nervous when it comes to staying with a man because of the fact that I've been staying with myself for so long. And I'm so used to having my stuff how I want it, doing things how I want it. If I feel like cleaning up today, I will. If I don't, I don't. You know, my stuff, when I leave my house and I come back, is exactly where I put it. Like, I'm comfortable in that level. So it's like, unless we are husband and wife, I don't want to share that spot with you, because if it don't work out, then it's gonna hurt me for the guy that to me. This just me personally. It's gonna mess me up for the guy that comes next that might be my husband, that I want to stay with, that I want to share that space with. But I done been hurt from this guy because he might treated me a certain way, and it didn't work out. Because that's my question. The women that have moved in with a man and y'all didn't get married, how did that end out? Do you feel, do you want to move in with every man that you talk to, or you want just that one person? I'm so into myself. Like, I would talk early on in my, when I was younger, to, as a woman, being independent and have my own stuff, I like my stuff to be how it is. And if you can't come in and respect that, or if we move in together and I got my space, you got yours, we respect that, I can't do that. Financially, yes, it's a blessing. But like I told someone, when it come down to it, I would rather pay $1,700 and be at peace than to pay $500 and be in hell.
Hello.
I can't do it.
I see where you're coming from with that, Shavonne. Shavonne,
Yes.
I totally see where you're coming from. Let me just give you my timeline of my recent move-in person. We dated for 2 to 3 years.
Ooh.
We dated for 2 to 3 years. He had his own place and everything. I got the ring a month after he moved in with me. So that had already been in play. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because I was the one that totally against moving in together. I was totally against it because of how bad my past relationship was. Mm-hmm. Not everyone is out to hurt you or harm you, or not in it for the good of you. This situation is totally different. So that's why I'm looking at it with an open mind now.
Now, I have to ask this question for me. And how do you feel about dating for 2 to 3 years? Because I saw when Michael Orr got married, he had a girlfriend for 17 years before he married her.
Oh, wow.
So here's my thing. Like, how do you feel about the dating lasting 2 to 3 years? Because I feel like at the end of the year, we need to be engaged. At the end
of the 2 years to the max.
I just wanted to make sure I was ready, Raven. That was my thing. I wanted to make sure I was healed from all my past hurts. I wanted to be sure. So yes, I was very, very reluctant to even be in another relationship. This one caught me, y'all. It caught me.
That's how it is. That's what true love is. It catch you off guard.
Yes.
The stuff that we try to force, that's not that real stuff. That's not real at all.
So one of our followers sent us a question. Let's look at it. Will a relationship work if you believe in marriage, but your partner does not? My partner is totally against marriage. Should I stay or should I go? This lady wants to y'all. Let's give it
to her.
Run. Put on
as
your
fast as you can.
Take off.
Why are we telling her to run though? Will a relationship work if she believes in marriage, but a partner does not?
They have different goals already to begin with. They don't have the same mindset at all right now. So I want to know how that's gonna work.
Exactly.
Not how is it gonna work if I want to get married, but you don't. So what am I? That's the same thing we just talked about there earlier. We put the time limit on it. We put the step on it. So if I'm finna be with a man that don't want to get married to me, that means I'm wasting my valuable time.
My time. And we're not in the business of trying to change grown people. We're not trying to change nobody.
No.
They're grown It's stuck in their ways. You put a little work into it. You saw that it's not for you. He's not budging. He told you he don't want to get married. Sis, he don't want to get married.
He don't want to get married.
He don't want to
That's
get
not
married.
him. Exactly. That's not
gotta-
where he
So
wants.
then you need to go and
guess what?
reevaluate your situation yourself. Is that something you really want to do, and the reasons behind you wanting to get married versus his reasons why he don't want to get married?
You got to charge them
Exactly.
to the game because he's not going to change anytime soon. And then people know themselves and people know their limits. He's not ready to commit, and not saying that he won't be in the future, but as of right now, he just told you he does not believe in marriage. So you got to charge them to the game.
This is what us as women got to realize, and we got to be so, like what they say, tough love with ourselves. He don't want you, sis. He do not want you. If he don't want to marry you, he don't want you. He just really want to waste your time. If you want marriage and you communicate that with him and say, babe, I want marriage. This is what I want. And he like, nah, that ain't what I believe in. Leave him. Because he don't value you. He don't want that with you. So move forward. Stop putting yourself in a situation thinking we live in a fantasy world. We live in some type of, because we live in our emotion, we try to create things in a life that don't even exist. No, he don't want, look, this ain't the man for me. It's more men out here that do want that. And they are nice looking guys. They are better for you. They will treat you a lot better than this guy that you're infatuated with. We get love and lust confused so much. We get it confused so much that we think that just because we lusting after this guy, maybe because he bought us some and he might have bought us a nice purse to do something good for us or something like this, but he keep communicating out his mouth, I don't want no relationship. I don't want marriage. That's not what I want. Don't think just because, oh, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show him that I'm there for him. I'm going to show him that, I can hold it down. And I'm going to show him this and that to make him change his mind. He's not going to change his mind. He's not. He is not. So you got to make the decision right then, what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. And to me, since I say run, do not put up with that mess. Don't.
You got a fan in the comments.
You got a fan. You got a fan, Shay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Darius say he like what he see. He know what he want. All right, ladies. What are we gonna leave the people with this Sunday? What are we gonna leave them with tonight?
Who?
What are we leaving the people tonight?
I would say I want to talk to the women this time. Look, sis, love yourself. Be you. If a man communicating, if you have an open communication with a man and he tell you he do not want this or that, what you want, set your boundaries. Don't settle for nothing less than what you want. That's why we are so unhappy. That's why we are playing the victim so much, because we settle and think we can change something because we're so attracted to the outer appearance. Don't do that. Go within. Let God send you the man that you want. When you do that, you'll be so much more happier. And then before he come, be happy with yourself. Take that time to love yourself. Know you. So when someone come in your face, they cannot shake you unless they're real. And that's all I gotta say.
I like that, Shavonne. And I'm gonna leave you with this because I'm still stuck on does the body count matter? Our past just does not define our future. I just feel like if a person asks you about their body count, they're finna get ready to start doing some comparison.
Yeah.
So all I got to say about that is y'all past does not define our future. Y'all people go out and also make sure you know what you want in a relationship before you start talking to someone. When you start dating, go ahead and put out what you want. That's both male and female, please.
And I'm gonna say it don't take a whole year for somebody to make you a girlfriend. Stop putting all them miles on your car. If that man don't want to buy that car, Send him back to the dealership. And on that note, y'all, we are out. Good night. It's been real.
Good night.
Good night.